All right, so you should do an introduction now
Why should I do the introduction?
because that's your job.
Okay, fine. So,
Well,
this is...
welcome
What? Welcome.
to
Hey, guys.
to the first
The-
annual
Mini Mafia Gaffia Train Siberian Beach House Cruise Voyage 1 awards ceremony.
and debriefing and
debriefing.
post game talk.
Yeah.
Yes, we are your hosts
My name's Bat
and
Snacks.
Timasis. All right, so let's get right into it.
Alright, so we were just going over the awards we were going to give people.
And we have we had 12, 13 players, but then 2 of them were replaced.
Yes.
So we have 14 in total, I believe.
Yes. Wait. 1 second. 1, 2, 3,
maybe
4, 5,
16.
6, 7, 8. 16 total.
16 total. All right. So we've already decided on 2 of the awards. Do you want to call those out?
Okay, I'll do one and then you do the next one.
Okay.
Alright. So, Chris Hoffer is going to get the Rear of the Year award for Best Rear End, obviously.
Yes, that is an important award.
That is our most prestigious
in
award.
Mafia playing, in Mini Mafia.
Yes, it's important to have a nice, sculpted, and good rear end when you play Mafia.
And then we have yes, no, 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 yes, getting the coveted Wayne Gretzky Memorial Scum Hunter Award.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good
I wish
one.
I was getting that award.
That's a pretty prestigious one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, too.
Yeah. So Wayne Gretzky, known to be a very good Mafia player, by the way.
Yes.
He's, really good.
And then we have Cal USC getting the Susan B. Anthony Innovation Sensation Award
Yeah, for his peaking strategy.
for his extremely good contributions to the meta game.
The metagame, yeah, that may or may not have worked perfectly, but, they were worth a try. And it got a lot of conversation to happen.
People definitely talked a whole lot about it.
Yeah, it worked really well, I think.
Yes, the cop died the first night. It worked
Great.
excellently.
Speaking of the cop, Lone Prodigy, I think we should
Ooh.
award him next.
Maybe the Sherlock Holmes
Award
award for... Oh, crap. 1 second.
the Sherlock Holmes Award for
Sherlock Holmes award for best apple pie. I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly.
For best homemade chili.
He makes a really good chili. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's
Yes,
really,
he uses bison instead of beef. That's the secret.
It's delicious.
It's really good.
Have you ever had a bison burger?
Yeah, speaking of which, that's a weird story. I don't think we should talk about
I think we
that.
should talk about that.
Should we
right
talk
now.
about
yeah,
that?
it's a good segue to that.
Yeah,
story.
I mean, we just shared a burger. So what?
Yes. So you
I ordered a bison burger.
and I ordered a regular burger.
And we didn't know which one they were, so we just ate half of each one.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the waiter looked at us funny.
Really weird.
And then we went back to that same restaurant 4 more times. So
Yep.
together.
Yes, and we shared drinks.
Yep. And everyone in Minnesota has a perception of us now. So anyway, moving on to the
How about who's next?
no, there's so many candidates here.
Wow.
Stanley Palmtree.
What does he get?
I don't know. He gets the Blending In Award for best
For totally
best
unremarkable.
blending in.
No, he did really
He
good.
did, but I mean, he no one tried to kill him. He
How
played
about-
really well as a blender. That's all I'm saying.
How about the Martha Stewart Best Home Appliance Award?
Okay.
Because he's a blender.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you get
what-
it now. I
get
had to
it.
explain it.
I didn't get it. Yeah, it makes sense now.
All right.
Oh, Fireblend deserves an award for surviving all the way to the end of the game. I don't know how that happened. Have you ever
Okay.
seen Fireblend survive to the end of a game before?
No.
I haven't either. He gets lynched really quickly most of the time.
Well, he did excellently not getting lynched.
So he deserves some kind of
Survival award.
The Survivor 18. The Survivor.
How about the Iron Man triathlon? No. Something. What do... Maybe like a...
What?
He gets
Tell me, what are you thinking?
the Doomsday Prepper Award?
The Doomsday Prepper
I don't know, because he
Award?
likes to survive.
No. I mean, sure.
No.
I don't know. What's a good survival? The Robinson Crusoe
Okay.
Award. Right?
But what is the award? Award for sir not dying.
Award for not dying. Perfect. There you go.
Congratulations, Fireblend.
Congratulations. You deserved it.
How about Sophia gets an award for being night killed as a vanilla townie?
Sophia did good though, but yeah.
That's
She did. She took a bullet for
That's
basically.
extremely good in Mafia.
She took a
getting
bullet
night
for
killed as
somebody.
a vanilla townie.
Yeah. So, what's the good? I don't know. Like the
Something good.
like bodyguard award for that makes sense.
Bodyguard.
The sacrifice.
The Blood of the Martyr Award.
So, all right. For being sacrificed.
I don't know how to spell martyr. There's like Y's
You have
in weird
Marty
places.
there.
Martyr
There you go. You got it.
Award for Best Sacrifice. No.
For best night killed townie.
For, Best Night Killed Town.
That makes it sound bad, but in reality, it's a good award.
No, it's an extremely prestigious award that anybody would be happy to receive. Almost as good as Rear of the Year.
Cabot should get the England Time Zone Award for only
Or
being
managing to be active in an unusual time zone.
In Scotland, yes. There you go.
Okay, how do I say that?
I have no idea. GMT, it's Greenwich Mean Time. So Greenwich rather.
Greenwich
The Greenwich Award.
gets the. That sounds dumb though. It needs to sound cooler. The Greenwich. The Kick Ass Greenwich Mean Award.
Mean Award for being active in an unusual time zone.
Yeah. For being active in an unusual time zone. Terabyte.
Trying to think of what happened to So Terabyte was the scum roll blocker, and then
He was the most powerful role in the
replaced
game.
Terabyte.
Yeah.
But didn't Terabyte block like really good the first night?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was his idea to block Lone Prodigy, and... Wait, who did he block? No, it was his idea to block Yini originally. So, pretty much if Terabyte hadn't done that, I mean, Mafia would have been totally annihilated even sooner.
Like day one.
Yeah, like it would have. The game would have ended day one.
So
with
Terabyte needs to get recognition for that.
Yeah,
Good
this
job,
should
Terabyte.
be. Yeah, that was a really good job.
The sharpshooter
Yeah. Gets
roll blocker
the
award.
sharp. Like the razor sharp senses award. Or,
Oh, the Spidey Sense award.
Yeah, gets the spider. the Toby Maguire. I don't know how to spell his name.
That's fine. Spidey Sense Award.
Spidey Sense Award for excellent
role blocking
reflexes.
Yes.
No, sense. The Toby Maguire Spidey Sense Award of Excellence.
There we go.
There.
Perfect. And then Sorian can get the Andrew Garfield Spidey Sense
Yeah.
Award.
I like it. He gets the Andrew Garfield Spidey Sense
the other role blocker.
Award. We can't use excellence twice.
Or
Award of
well doneness.
sounds good.
I don't know.
Of chivalry.
Oh, I like it.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't matter.
Of merit.
Of merit. Tyson. He was probably the funniest person. I like reading his posts a
Yes,
whole
he
lot.
was funny.
So he gets
The Richard Pryor Award for being funny. I don't know.
I was gonna say Robin Williams, but that's I don't know. It's
I mean,
too
that
soon.
works too.
It's too soon.
Is it?
It is.
Is it? Tyson gets the award for me not knowing how to pronounce his name.
How do you?
I have no idea. So he's like he could get like the Chris Farley.
Yeah, I like that. It's not too soon for him.
No,
We've had time
it's been
to.
like 20 years.
Yeah. So the Chris Farley Memorial Award.
A lot of memorials here
For but we have to, in remembrance
It's fine.
of Chris Farley
for humor.
Memorial for
Outstanding
humor.
humor.
Outstanding humor. Melon Rabbit. So like this was her second game of Mafia ever, I'm pretty sure.
She did really good.
Which is it's
So
pretty
the
good.
Rookie of the Year award.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
Who's a really good Rookie of the Year?
I don't
We
really
need-
know that much about sports.
There's the thing, Rookie of the Year. I don't remember what it's called. You keep going. I'll find out.
I can't just keep going.
Yes, you can.
No. What about? The Michael Jackson
What?
Rookie of the Year
That
Award.
doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to
Do you
me.
mean Michael Jordan?
No, Jackson.
Okay.
No.
Whatever
Give me
you
someone.
say.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. There's like a person that is named after. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, just Rookie of the Year Award until we think of something better.
Okay.
What about Cat Voca?
Most disturbing avatar award for most disturbing.
What is his avatar?
I don't know. He has like a weird like.
I need to go look.
It's super weird. It's like Homer Simpson like messed up or something.
What?
It's weird. Trust
on.
me, it's weird.
I trust you. Hang on.
Here, I will link it to you.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, hold on. Calm down. There you go. Oh, that's small. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Here's it bigger. I don't know. Cad Voca got replaced pretty early.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
Who replaced him?
Fireblend,
Fireblend?
I think.
So they should have similar awards. Fireblend got the Robinson Crusoe Award for
What's
not
the guy's
dying.
name in Castaway?
Tom Hanks.
No, I mean like the character.
Oh, like his name? I like Tom Hanks better.
Tom Hanks Memorial.
The Tom Hanks Award for... We can't say not dying.
For
For...
surviving.
For good survival instincts. I don't know. Skyoden. He got lynched.
The lynched, the best dressed award for being lynched early.
Best dressed. Best in dress. Best in... Yeah. Best dress. Most handsome. No. Best dressed.
Best.
The dead dressed best. No.
The Bob Dylan Award.
Bob
I don't know
Dylan Award for gruesome
death.
Okay. For most gruesome death.
Okay. Was it a gruesome death?
No.
Well,
but
Splinter. So what did Splinter do this game? Let's try to think. Splinter
has a cat avatar.
Yes. Did decently. Did pretty good. Wasn't super duper active.
Yes, there's a garbage compactor outside.
The garbage compactor award.
I don't want to give him the garbage compactor award.
I'm kidding. This is the final award. No, we have one more actually. That's special. The Splinter gets the consistency award for being consistently good at the game.
Okay. So the best consistency award? Question mark?
Sounds really, really good.
It sounds like great. A food award.
Doesn't it?
I don't know. I'm just gonna... Alright, list of awards.
Best
Excellence Award in Corporate Philanthropy. Yeah. Global Islamic Finance Award.
That's it. That is
Henry Lawrence Gantt Medal.
Global.
The Jake Award.
The Global. What was it?
Islamic Finance Award.
Yes, that's the one.
Train Operator of the Year.
Oh!
That's what he gets. Oh shit. That's a good one. I wish I was Train Operator of the Year.
Like a celebrity needs to be attached to it, right? Who's a famous train operator?
I don't
Casey
know.
Jones.
Casey.
Competitive Train Operator of the Year Award.
That's the best one. Good. We both did it.
Award. Beautiful. I like it.
And
The
hyperactivity.
final award is for hyperactivity. What do you have to say about... Let's talk about hyperactivity for a second.
I don't know.
Hyperactivity got killed, and it was like a pretty big deal.
Yes,
it was
he got
a very
lynched.
Big deal, actually. It was.
Yes.
It was the first. I think it was the first lynch.
Yeah, that was the day one lynch.
It was the first flip.
He went down with a big fight.
And he was Mafia, so they got him.
Yeah, and it sort of set the pace.
Kind of set the precedent for the whole game.
Yeah.
So, he should get, like, the precedent-setting award.
Oh, yeah. So, how about the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards for Best Precedent?
There it is. That's it. That is it.
The Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award for Best Precedent Setter. There it is.
There, that's it. I like it.
And we have our awards. Should we go through them one more time?
We should.
Okay.
Because I'm not sold on all of them
Okay.
yet. So Cal has the Susan B. Anthony Innovation Sensation Award, which I think is just great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a well-earned award. Cabot has the Kick-Ass Greenwich Mean Time Award for being active in an unusual time zone. Again, I think that's a pretty good. I mean, I would want that award.
I would be very happy to receive that award.
Hyperactivity has the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award for Best Precedent Setter.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's great. Christopher has Rear of the Year, which, I mean, what can be said about Rear of the Year that hasn't already been said? Sophia, I'm not too sold on this award.
Yeah, it's a little dark.
It's a little dark. I'm not going to repeat it because it's a little dark. But I think she deserves something more happy sounding.
Yeah. So she got night killed, and it was good.
It was good. It was a good night. It was good for town to get her night killed instead of someone else. She took the bullet for Yinny or.
I'm going down a list of film awards. The Shooting Stars Award, the
Humanitarian Award. That's good.
Yeah, humanitarian.
I mean, yeah, we
need something funny.
The Nelson Mandela Humanitarian Award.
Nelson Mandela.
Yes, he was a humanitarian.
I know, but I'm okay.
What? Who do you have in mind?
I didn't have anyone in mind. The Nelson Award.
Who do you have in mind?
Humanities.
Humanitarian, no.
In humanitarian efforts.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, so Sophia gets the Nelson Mandela Award.
Do you want a different person? You don't seem
no.
so happy with Nelson
No,
Mandela.
it's good.
All right, good. Lone Prodigy gets the Sherlock Holmes Award for
Best homemade chili. I mean,
Sherlock Holmes did make some good chili, I hear.
Yeah.
Everyone was really excited when he had his little chili cook-off at 221B.
Against Moriarty.
Against Moriarty, yeah.
And he won.
Did you read that book?
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
That was my favorite one.
The case of the chili cook-off. That was the best one. The twist at the end when it's revealed that Moriarty...
Oh, no, don't spoil it.
Sorry. There's a twist.
Just in case they want to read it.
There's a twist. It's a good murder mystery, though. Everyone should read it. Sherlock Holmes in the case of the hot chili cook-off. Anyway, so then we have Terabyte 20XX, who was the role blocker and did a really good job at role blocking.
Yeah.
And so he gets the Tobey Maguire Spidey Sense Award of Excellence. And I'm pretty sure you spelled Maguire wrong, but that's fine.
We can fix it later.
Actually, you might have spelled it right somehow.
There's no way that's how you spell
it has
his
an
name.
I. There we go. I got it.
Okay.
And then Saurian, who comes after Terabyte to replace Terabyte, gets the
and again did a really good job
role
blocking.
blocking. Gets the Andrew Garfield Spidey Sense Award for merit.
For merit.
Mm-hmm. And you want to read? I read the first half, so you can read the
Okay.
second.
So Tyson gets the Chris Farley Memorial Award for outstanding humor because he was the funniest.
Yep.
Which is my favorite award and definitely one of the best.
Yep, absolutely. That's a good one to get.
Mm-hmm. Melon Rabbit gets Rookie of the Year award for everybody seemed pretty happy to play with her, and that's not always the case with new players. So
we do need,
good job for that.
Yeah, we do need an athlete though. I mean,
Rookie of the Year. We already used Wayne Gretzky, and that's like the only athlete I know.
well,
Michael Jordan.
No.
Muhammad Ali.
The Willie Mays Rookie of the Year. No, that doesn't make sense. Actually, apparently he was a Rookie of the Year. I don't know.
Go for it. Do it.
Yeah, Willie Mays. Yeah, that's fine. Willie Mays, Rookie of the Year award.
Rookie of the Year award.
He was Rookie of the Year, apparently, according to the
That's
internet.
good. We did a good job.
Yeah. So then, go ahead, keep going.
So Kat Voka got the Tom Hanks Award for Good Survival Instincts.
I like that one a lot.
Because Tom Hanks is known for his excellent survival skills because of the movie Castaway, which is a really good movie.
Should it be the Tom Hanks in Castaway Award? Or no? I guess
no. I think just Tom Hanks is
for
good.
Survival
Yeah. Fireblend gets the Robinson Crusoe Award for not dying.
You know who Robinson Crusoe was played by in the movie version?
Who?
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh. So should we say the Pierce Brosnan Award instead?
Maybe.
Because that's more similar to the Tom Hanks. Okay, let's do that. The Pierce I don't know how to spell his name. Brosnan.
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 Okay.
Yep. Nice.
Award for not dying. Sky Odin got the Bob Dylan Award for most gruesome death. Did Bob Dylan really die a gruesome death?
No, Bob Dylan's still alive.
I was gonna say, should we maybe do someone that died a gruesome death?
What's the Russian guy that died like a bunch of times?
What?
You know,
bunch of times?
Russian mystic guy, you know, Rasputin.
Oh, he's bad though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to get the Rasputin Award.
That's true.
Wait, what about someone from a movie?
Ooh, that's good.
How about the Casper the Ghost
The Braveheart Award.
Yeah, Braveheart is good.
A gruesome death. The Mel Gibson Award.
Yeah, the Mel Gibson Award. I like that.
Because
he was also the
Passion of the Christ.
Yep. Gibson Award for most gruesome death. Oh no. What about what's that director?
What?
Mike.
What?
He did Audition.
I don't know.
Okay, then Mel Gibson is fine.
I'm sorry.
All right, Splinter, the Casey Jones Competitive Train Operator of the Year Award.
I like that one.
I hope if we host again, that's coming with us.
What, that award?
Yeah, we're keeping that.
All right.
That is maybe unintentionally the greatest one.
It doesn't even make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It's fine. I don't know. I'm partial to the next one too.
Okay, so yes, no, yes. I got the Wayne Gretzky Memorial Scum Hunter Award for excellence in scum hunting.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Gretzky's known for his scum hunting.
Yeah, his excellent town game.
He's really good
Mafia.
Town, yeah.
You guys should play with him if you haven't.
Go to WayneGretzkyPlaysMafia.com.
.biz actually.
Sorry, he didn't want to pony up for the .com.
Yeah.
So, which is understandable. They're expensive these days.
And then Stanley Palmtree gets the Martha Stewart Award for Best Home Appliance.
The Martha Stewart Award for Best Home Appliance.
No, the Martha Stewart Best Home Appliance Award.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's good to be endorsed by Martha Stewart. She knows her home appliances.
She does. She went to jail, but that's okay. I mean,
that was for insider trading, though, not for home appliances.
You can look past that. I think we've got the awards down now.
All right,
settled
that's
on
good.
them. They're really good, by the way.
I think they're good.
I think they're great.
Do we need to elaborate on the awards and explain them a little bit?
No, I don't think so.
There doesn't need to be like a one line of description to explain the Tom Hanks Award.
I think they're self-explanatory.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to at a later date, then you can, but I think that's good enough.
All right. I'll do a sentence in the thread.
Okay.
Just
you can do that, but we don't need to explain.
All right.
So what's next on the agenda now that we've gotten the award ceremony out of the way?
We could talk about the game.
The game. Let's talk about the game a little bit.
All right, let's talk about the game.
So what did you think about the first inaugural mini Mafia Beach House
Trans-Siberian
Trans-Siberian Cruise 1.
Beach House Cruise.
Sorry.
1.
1. What did you think? Overall.
I thought it went okay.
Yeah.
Kind of ended a little bit early, maybe. But
Yeah, I mean, I think Town did a really good job.
yeah, Town played really good. And
Let's talk about night 1, because night 1 really...
yeah,
made
I need
the
to go
game.
get the night actions from that night, because I don't think anyone really appreciates exactly.
No, because night 1 was a crazy, crazy night. And, I mean, day 1 too, obviously, but, you know, I don't think people know what the heck happened. And it was insane.
Yeah. I'll just go over the night actions in the order they were resolved.
So, first of all, day 1, Hyperactivity, who was Mafia, got lynched.
Yes.
Which was I wouldn't call it a lucky lynch, but it was a very good start for Town. Like, it was a really good.
Yeah, I would say it was an excellent start for Town.
Yeah. It was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then night came, and yeah, let's talk about what happened there.
So, Terabyte 20XX roll blocked Yinny.
And for the record, Terabyte is the role blocker, and
At
yes,
this point in the game,
yes,
yeah.
no, yes is the vigilante, one-shot
Yeah,
vigilante.
the one-shot vigilante. So, after Terabyte blocked Yinny, Lone Prodigy checked Cabot. He was going to check Mafia, but he switched to Cabot.
Who was he first checking?
He didn't say, but he posted in the thread earlier on day 1 that his 3 strongest Mafia reads
Where he called it completely.
Yeah, no, he just nailed it. He said, my 3 strongest scum reads are Hyperactivity, Melon Rabbit, and Terabyte.
And that's why he
20XX.
gets the Sherlock Holmes Award for Best Homemade Chili. Because
Yeah.
he nailed it. He
Yeah, he
knocked
nailed
it
it.
out of the park. He died, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he solved the game
Immediately.
instantly on day 1.
Yes.
Good job.
Immediately.
So, but yeah, he checked Cabot. That's not as important, but
Still.
the really important one is yes, no, 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 yes was going to shoot Melon Rabbit,
Who is Mafia?
who is Mafia. So, if Terabyte 20XX had not roll blocked Yinny, then Mafia would be down 2 people on Day 2. And it would just be Terabyte left.
Yep.
And Terabyte cannot roll block and night kill in the same night.
As Saurian discovered in the last day.
Yeah, so he would effectively just be...
He'd be a lame duck. He'd be a goon.
Yeah.
He'd be a
Yeah.
goon, essentially.
And he would be alive. I mean, I don't want to do the math, but for more phases than anyone could reasonably survive.
Yeah, absolutely. So the game could have ended ostensibly
Yeah.
on night 1. But yes, no, 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 yes was blocked very well by Terabyte. And we
Yes.
didn't really see that coming.
No. And another thing, Melon Rabbit, the Mafia goon, killed Lone Prodigy, the cop, on the first night.
Right, which was it looked like
Yeah.
Town was going to win, and then, Mafia had,
They killed the cop and blocked the
right, and then
vigilante.
Mafia had really good counteractions, really, really good ones.
Yeah, they were the perfect
If they didn't do
counteractions.
those, then the game would have been over way, way sooner.
Yeah.
Really good. And I think, like you said, Lone Prodigy was thinking of checking. If he had checked one of the Mafia that didn't die, that they would have won basically immediately.
Yeah, the game would be over.
So it was a crazy night 1.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
So Mafia
that didn't happen.
does the perfect night actions, and they survive till day 2.
And then it's a pretty normal game of Mafia at that point.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
So,
basic game.
Yeah, on day 2 there were a few replacements, and Skyodin
Cat
ended up
Voca.
getting lynched.
Got replaced, right?
Yeah, like Cat Voca. I don't remember when everybody replaced. There were 3 total, and I think they were all between day 2 and 3. It was like Terabyte. No, who replaced first?
I think it was Cat Voca.
Cat Voca.
Maybe not. Maybe someone else.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It doesn't matter though.
Yeah. Anyway, day 2 was pretty normal. They lynched Skyodin, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for Mafia.
I think Christopher was replaced first by Sophia. Yeah.
Oh, true, yeah. And then Cat Boca, and then Terabyte.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, oh yeah, and all right. So all the replacements were done by day 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lynched Skyodin, and it's night 2. So on night 2,
Night 2 was a little less eventful.
it was pretty eventful still, though. I mean, Yini was shooting at Saurian, the strongest Mafia role in the game. Fortunately, Saurian chose to block Yini.
Yep.
Yeah. I think, yeah, the reasoning was that since Yini could have been a serial killer,
Mm-hmm.
or that they might as well just keep shutting her down.
Mm-hmm.
And Melon Rabbit chose to kill Sophia, which was a really good night kill target. Sophia was playing extremely well. Was not like so in the spotlight that a doctor would be on her.
Right, but enough that the
But
Mafia
enough
would
that, you
kill
know,
her.
if Sophia and Cal had been working together, like, on day 3 and, you know, solving,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been very dangerous.
Yeah, that was a good play by Sophia. Like, good amount of spotlight and stuff. So
And
yeah.
on day 3, Yini did the thing.
Did the thing. So
Yep.
we do have to hand it to Mafia. The role blocking was on point. Like that
Yeah, spot on.
was. I don't know how they figured out who to block, but they did a really good job.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go back through the Scum chat thread and see what they were talking about because they did a really good job deciding who.
Yeah,
who
the
to
night,
block.
all the night actions from everybody were really well picked.
Yeah, really, really well picked.
Pretty much perfect.
Yeah, pretty much perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about. Oh, do you want to go to the final phase and just,
I mean, day 3 is
Seal it up.
That was the final phase. Like it ends after day 3, pretty much.
Right, but so the final night was, Soren was the only one left. Or no, not Soren. They had just lynched.
Well, do you want to talk about what happened on day 3?
Sure,
though?
sure. Yeah, let's talk about what happened.
So on day 3, Yini claims one-shot cop.
Which was, I think, the best move of the entire game.
Yeah, I thought about it some more. I thought it was bad at first because
A lot of
I
people
was,
did, but I thought it was.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and my initial reaction was that, okay, if she's wrong, then Town can easily lose a game where they're massively ahead.
True, but think about what's happened to Yini up till that point, right?
Yeah.
She's a vigilante. She shot twice and was refunded both times, which can only mean that a roadblocker hit her. And I think the only roadblocker possible at this point is Mafia. So she knew a Mafia roadblocker was hitting her twice in a row, meaning that she knew that the Mafia was on to her, essentially. You know. Why they didn't kill her, that's another question I really don't know the answer.
Yeah, the game probably doesn't end on night 3 if they had killed yes, no, 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 yes. But, you know, how could they have known that she was going to do that?
That's true. No, you're right. They probably
Yeah.
figured, like, let's just keep blocking her and we'll
Yeah.
kill other people. Which I think is a good strategy because they figured, you know, the roadblock is basically useless if she's dead anyway, you know? So we might as well make use of it and kill someone else. So that was probably their thinking. But they probably did not suspect her to fake claim cop and go really hard on Melon Rabbit.
Yeah, and Yini's play actually picked up a lot after she claimed. Like, I think below she might have been playing a little bit under the radar in order to survive a little bit more. But after getting shut down twice,
she went all in.
Yeah, it was like, I claimed the cop, now I'm picking it up. The game's gonna end,
Now,
and I'm gonna win it.
Who did she go after? Who did she shoot first night? Was it Melon Rabbit?
Yeah, it was Melon Rabbit.
And then the second night was
Saurian.
So I think what she did, why she went on Melon Rabbit, is she had a scum read on Melon Rabbit already, but probably because she was blocked, she thought that either it was a role blocker or Melon Rabbit had some kind of protection or something, So she probably just picked out of Saurian and Melon Rabbit, who to go for.
She said in the thread that she thought that Melon Rabbit might have reacted in a way to her pressure that, clued her in or something.
Especially after having been blocked twice in a row.
Yeah. So she thought that, she's pressuring Melon Rabbit. Melon Rabbit maybe reacts suspiciously, and that's why she's getting role blocked, because Melon Rabbit thinks that she's,
bad
onto her.
Yeah. And so putting 2 and 2 together, she goes really hard on Melon Rabbit by basically fake claiming cop and saying that she knows Melon Rabbit is scum, which is like a crazy move, but like a really, really good one. Because everyone believes her. Like everyone, it's what is it, 8 votes or something on Melon Rabbit?
Yeah, there's no, they have to believe her. Like,
oh, well, I know.
They have to.
They do. It's true. But, everyone believes her like they do, like they have to. And Melon Rabbit is lynched, and then at that point, the game is basically sealed up.
Yeah, and I'm actually just remembering now that she posted at the very end of the game a post she was going to make. She was actually going to tell Town that it was a fake claim.
Right
and
after.
She was just going for reactions.
Afterwards, before the day end?
Yeah, before the day ended. I think Melon Rabbit, alright, so she fake claimed, and then Melon Rabbit votes Saurian. Melon Rabbit is trying to put distance from herself and Saurian.
Right.
And Yinny noticed that, and she was... I think if Melon Rabbit hadn't have voted Saurian, then...
would have backed off.
Yeah. Yinny would have rescinded the claim.
And that could have got her lynched.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's a totally different game if she takes back the claim.
But Yinny read people really, really, really good this game.
Yeah.
Really good.
It was a good call not going back on that claim.
Yeah, it was. It was good to notice that Melon Rabbit voted Saurian, and it looked like Melon Rabbit was trying to distance.
And I think it was good to have a plan in case Melon reacted in a really towny way that
which
made
she
her
did
think,
not.
Yeah, but she didn't.
But Melon Rabbit did a very good job still.
Yeah, not saying Melon Rabbit did bad, but Yinny just did really awesome.
Yeah, that's why Yinny gets the Wayne Gretzky Memorial Scum Hunter Award.
Yes, the Wayne Gretzky Memorial Scum Hunter Award.
So it's funny because Yinny, convinces everyone to kill Melon. The next day comes up, and we're kind of biting our teeth onto what's going to happen because remember, Yinny still has another bullet. So she knows that Saurian's probably scum at this point. Everyone's she built a really good case against Saurian before the day ended.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people kind of have that inclination too. So, we're like, okay, she's probably going to shoot Saurian, and it's just a matter of what Saurian is going to do.
Yeah.
At that point. And Saurian had the option to block Yinny, but Saurian wouldn't have been able to night kill.
Yeah, he chose to block Splinter in the end. He posted some reasoning that was really good. I just forgot what it said. But yeah, Yinny shot Saurian and the game ended.
Yeah.
So she killed
2 out of the 3.
And she helped a lot with hyperactivity, so maybe 2.5 out of the 3.
Right. So it was a good game for Town. Really well played by Mafia, almost perfectly played by Mafia. It's just a matter that Town, when Town plays perfectly and Mafia plays perfectly, Town is usually gonna win.
Superior numbers and all.
Exactly. So Town just did a really good job in this game, but both did really good. And the game ended a little earlier than I would have liked, but it was fun to see all the night actions happening.
It was exciting.
It was exciting. And I think a lot of people expected there to not be a lot of happening because we only had, 3 rolls or something. But they interacted in a really interesting way in this game.
Yeah, it was actually really crazy.
And there's a lot of interesting, fake claims and, gambits and stuff. So it was good. So let's talk about, really quickly, Cowl.
Okay.
And the whole peaking strategy that had a lot of steam on day one, completely petered out because Lone Prodigy,
they didn't get to use it. The cop died.
But everyone was talking about it, and it created a lot of discussion on day one, and it was like the talking point of day one. Mm-hmm. You could say that maybe it led to Hyperactivity's lynch, maybe. I don't know if you could say that, but, it got a lot of discussion going.
Yeah.
So let's talk about peaking.
Okay, I've done some thinking about this, and I have some thoughts, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
So first, what are, for anyone maybe that wasn't there, what exactly is this peaking thing? Mm-hmm. It's a hypothetical claim.
Yeah, it's the first time I had ever heard of it when he brought it up in the game.
the basic premise is everybody fakes a claim in order to provide cover for a power roll. Like, it's that simple. Like, at a certain point in the game, everybody in the whole game pretends that they're a power roll, and then the real power roll can just give their information that's true, so that when they're lynched later or die later or are removed from the game, town can go back and get that information.
So, for example, if I was a cop and you were a town and like 2 other people are a town, you would come in the next day and say, I looked at blah blah and their town, and then a couple of people would say the same thing, and then I would say I looked at blah blah and they were town, and then when I inevitably die, town knows.
If you got killed that night,
killed, you know, town would know that, okay, let's pay attention to this one and not the others.
So the claims should be believable when you do this. You want Mafia to think your fake claim is real, so that they will target you instead of the power roll, obviously.
And this is the part that kind of tripped me up, because there's this whole like meta thing going on with who Mafia, like if Mafia reacts to the peeking strategy or not.
Right.
Because, like, I think Soren explained it to me. Basically, let's say, you know, everyone does this peeking thing, so the day starts and everyone says, I checked such and such in their town, and the cop does the same. Now, if Mafia reacts to that and acknowledges that, they are not going to lynch anyone, or they're not going to night kill anyone who has misidentified scum as town.
Not necessarily.
No, well, that's just one of the... I agree it's not necessarily, but I was really confused on like why that is, and basically it's because if Mafia kills a town who has identified one of their scum as town, they basically know that person cannot be the cop. So they're wasting their night kill on someone who they know to not be the cop.
Right.
The thing about that, though, is like you said, like they don't have to do that. There's no rule that says like, oh, we need to kill the cop right now, you know. So that's kind of the thing that kind of tripped me up. And
in this setup too, I mean, there's only a third of the possible setups even contain a cop.
And at the point we were in at the game, they couldn't know if there was a cop at all. So it was in Mafia's best interest, I think, even if LP didn't die, to just ignore the peeking strategy completely.
Yeah, you know? I mean, they would obviously go along with it if it was in town, if everybody agreed to do it.
Sure.
But I personally would not put a lot of thought into, you know, who is doing what and why and stuff.
Like, if LP Mafia survived, I mean, they still don't know if there's a cop. As Mafia, I wouldn't have cared who... you know, was doing
I'm just going to kill the strongest town anyway.
I don't care if they're wrong about if they're not the cop or whatever kind of thing.
So in this game in particular, at the beginning they were talking about peeking your top town read. I don't think this is good, because if you're a cop, you do not want to check your top town read.
You want to check the opposite.
And if you do it that way, the cop is kind of forced to lie about who they're town reading the most.
Right, which is a weird disconnect between what they're saying and what they're doing.
Yeah, you don't want to put the cop in that kind of position where they have to lie about reads and sustain that lie for long periods of time.
Because then it'll get the cop lynched later, probably.
It could. And Mafia could also use that. They can kind of check and see if there's a disconnect between people's reads. And if there is one... You know,
that could be an
Mafia
indicator
can kill that person.
Cop,
it might be an indicator.
So I just don't know how much I like peeking in general.
We can get to that at the end, but
in this game, I didn't really get it. At first, I didn't get it, and I admit that I didn't get it. But after thinking about it, I still don't see that it would have made.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like, what is the downside of peeking? It does make it easier for Mafia to find power rolls.
Yeah.
Like, it just does. And it tends to fall apart over time. Like, because if when you do guess incorrectly whose town and stuff, like, Mafia can narrow down who is the cop.
Yeah. Based on, just over time. Like, oh, he was wrong, so obviously those people aren't the cop. And, you know, with a certain number of players.
They spent a lot of time talking about this. I think that it's a good idea to make sure everybody understands the roles and the setups and the mechanics and basic strategies like this.
Mm-hmm.
Something that I thought could possibly go wrong with this is if you spend too much time talking about only mechanics, people usually have kind of a view that they have on mechanics that isn't dependent on their alignment.
Right.
So if they spend
it's like
a lot
a
of their
neutral
posts,
kind of conversation.
yeah, like whether they're town or they're mafia, if they like peeking or don't like peeking or think they should peek or don't think they should peek, they're going to do that whether they're town or mafia, and you're not going to be able to determine their alignment.
Yeah, that's
based
more
on
of
what
like
they say about
a gameplay kind of overall strategy, and it's very
Yeah.
neutral, and it's not really as dependent on like what alignment you are.
Yeah, so if you spend a whole lot of time talking about that, like if you're Cal, he said that if he was Mafia, he would have done this anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of dangerous.
It's like, yeah, that's a weird thing to say, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of dangerous to let someone like Cowell get by looking really active and helpful, doing something he could easily do as Mafia.
Right.
Like, and just talk about mechanics and not stuff that's necessarily related to the game you're playing.
Right. So I thought peeking was interesting, though. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
It didn't go anywhere, but it was interesting. So yeah,
I think a better thing maybe to do. Okay, so this is what I think would have been really cool to do. Maybe peek on day 2 instead of on day 1. Like on day 2, you give your past 2 targets, and you make it.
Well,
that way,
that's what they were gonna do, right? They were gonna peek.
I don't think they talked about doing that. I think their idea was just to do it every day. But if you wait,
I mean, they have to start it on day 2, is what I mean.
I meant like if you started on day 3 or day 4.
Oh, like day 3 is the first day people say, I looked at whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like if you wait till day 4, you have more time to kind of make a more believable peak, and it makes it more confusing for Mafia. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and that way too, you can even put dead players on your peak list.
Yeah.
So it does, like, you have a guaranteed way of not narrowing down who the cop is for Mafia.
Sure.
But yeah, that's peeking.
Yeah. But people can retroactively just pretend they peeked someone else. I mean, the whole thing that really confuses me about peeking is, like, it's not a real thing. So when someone 2 days later says, oh, I peeked blah, blah, blah on day 1, it's like, well, no, you really didn't because you're not the cop. But then again, people don't know that. So, I mean, I get it. It did confuse me a lot that after Lone Prodigy died, people kept... Like, day 2 started and people said who they peeked anyway. I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, well, we don't really need that information anymore.
Yeah, the cop's dead.
But maybe they thought there was another cop. I mean, that's
which, you know, Yinny wound up claiming one-shot cop.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true. So, yeah, that's peeking. Who knows?
So those were the main highlights of the game. It's like... this brand new, what is this peeking thing?
A lot of people didn't know what it was. I didn't know.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
It seemed like 1 or 2 other people like had heard of it before. So, yeah.
And then Yinny's just, you know, extremely bold
steamroller of a talent play.
Extremely bold gambit that worked out really well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that was Mini Mafia 1, Mini Mafia Trans-Siberian Beach House Cruise 1. That was the first one. So, and there should be more, right? We'll do it again?
Yeah, we'll host again. And I don't know if we'll do this setup again.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, we'll host another game.
And it needs to be on a train again.
Yeah, it's always going to be on a train.
It always will be on a train. So that's something to look forward to.
And the flavor is always going to get weird.
The flavor will always be weird. It'll start weird and just get weirder and weirder.
That's the good thing about doing, like, non-themed games. You can just include like 50 different references in every single post.
Every day, and it doesn't matter.
Like, I think in the last post alone, we had like Overwatch, Final Fantasy VII,
like 10.
Blade Runner, Toy Story.
Yeah, we did. We had like 10, I think. There were a lot.
At least 10.
I mean, I can look at it right now.
No, I mean, I'd estimate about 10.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think it was probably 10. It was a lot. That's the thing. There was Overwatch, Blade Runner, Final Fantasy, a few others as well. So, Oh, Fallout at the very end.
Oh, Fallout. Yeah, that was the final one.
Because that's important. So yeah, that was Mini Mafia. That was fun.
That was fun.
I had a lot of fun doing this game. It was good.
Yeah, that was
I would
fun.
do it again.
I hope everybody else had fun.
I hope so too. Everyone played really well. It was good, and yeah. And so that was us debriefing about Mini Mafia and giving awards out and all that other stuff. And yeah, that's it.
We're probably wrong about a lot of stuff. Doesn't matter.
Probably. And we're definitely wrong about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, I was keeping up with the game pretty regularly, but
I mean, yeah, so was I.
you can't. I mean, as a player,
It's not the same
it's
as
different.
playing,
Yeah, when you're
you
a
know?
player, you have a completely different perspective on what's going
Yeah.
on. So, anyway, anything else you want to add to this? This debriefing?
No, I think we're good. Are we going to post this today? Or
Yeah, I think so.
all right, let's do it. All right, let's start making it.
All right. Well, let's outro it then.
All right, outro.
Do the outro.
I did the intro. You have to do the
Okay,
outro.
all right. Thank you for listening to the Mini Mafia Trans-Siberian Beach House Cruise 1 debriefing and awards ceremony.
And director's commentary.
And director's cut.
And podcast.
Steven Spielberg's favorite podcast to listen to. I have been Timeasis.
My name's Bat Snacks.
And that's all, folks.
All right,
Good
thanks.
night.
Mhm.